Hi everyone, nvnailperson, and today I'm going to share what I used in my weekly makeup basket. And I think I'm going to incorporate something along the lines of fab flip flops because the last few makeup baskets videos that I recorded was concentrating on new products because I didn't do a haul, kind of a mini review. If I like the product or not, or something I pulled out from my massive collection. So I thought that would fit the theme better overall. So Fab, of course, is something fabulous I found that I really like and need to tell you about it. Flips could be something maybe I tried before and I didn't like it for whatever reason, and it migrated its way back to the bottom of the heap, so to speak, and then for some reason I'll pull it out again and I'll like it or not like it again, and we could discuss it again. And flops, of course, just things that don't work for me. So this week, I did place a MAC order like 2 weeks ago, and I got that face palette. And they give you some nice samples, and I got this MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base. And it's basically a facial primer, so it's not as hydrating as I'm used to. I've been using the Smashbox Oil Primer, which I really like. So this is the third day I've tried this because they give you a nice size sample, I must say. So I think I might have one more time in here, maybe two. But I'm liking it. So it's nice to get a sample like this to try it. I don't know if I absolutely love it. It's okay. So depending on the next few days, I'd like to wear it with a true foundation like my Makeup Forever stick to see how that works. But in the meantime, I'm liking that. That Fab product this week I love from Buxom. It's called the um, Matte Bold Gel Lipstick. So somewhere in one of my many orders, I received this lipstick, this little mini deluxe size, and I think it was from Sephora, um, in the shade Sinful Cinnamon. And it's what I have on now. And I think I mentioned this in last week's makeup basket too. I just love this lipstick. You put it on, it's matte, yes, but it's hydrating enough so that you don't get that cracked lip, stiff lip feel when you wear liquid lipsticks. So I like the look of liquid lipsticks, but I just don't like the way they feel. So this makes your lips feel good and still having a matte lipstick on. So this is what the box looks like, because after using this sample after work, I stopped right at Ulta and picked up the full-size Sinful Cinnamon, and it's, like I said, what I have on. So it's kind of like, for me, My Lips But Better. So it's a very nude shade, but a great everyday shade. So I got this shade, and I actually placed an order, and I have a few more coming in of this formula because it is fantastic. Another product I wanted to talk about, I discovered this line by another YouTuber called Bailey B, I believe is what she's calling herself now. I know she changed channel names because she moved. She used to be Bailey from the Midwest, I think it was, and now she's Daily Bailey B or Bailey B. I'll link it below. And she was speaking about a product from Strobe Cosmetics, in particular eyeshadows. So, of course, love to hear about new eyeshadows. But what really caught my attention was she mentioned that aside from it being a great formula, it was a palette that was based on American Horror Stories Hotel So I'm a huge fan of American Horror Story as well, and you know from my nail polish videos that I like themes of makeup products with shows that I like as well. I have all the nail polish from The Walking Dead through Native War Paints. So I found it interesting to find, and I believe this would be considered an indie makeup supplier, makeup manufacturer that caters to this particular TV show. So we have the hotel palette, and there's also a freak show palette. They're both sold out right now. They're coming back in stock, I think, on March 20th. I'll link them below. But the eyeshadows, holy schmoly. They are very comparable to Makeup Geek, the foiled shadows. I wore these every day. I didn't wear this one on its own. Basically all week I would wear a crease shade and then wear one of these on the lid. And the formula is fantastic. So let me just swatch because these are interesting. This one is called the Countess, and it appears white in the pan, but when you swatch it, it's very heavily pink shifted. So it's a really interesting shade. This shade is called Royale. Am I pointing right? Yes. So look at that beautiful, beautiful rose gold type of shade. Then we have Checking In, which is this olivey color. I mean, look how beautiful that is. And this one is Room 64, this bronze shade, and that's where her baby lived, in that Room 64, I believe. And then finally, we have Addiction Demon, which is this one. And all the shades are beautiful. I did use this on my lower lash line a little bit in the corner, but I am so highly impressed with this product. I can't speak highly. And I have many eyeshadow palettes, and I have Makeup Geek too, and I can compare it to Makeup Geek. But I'm so surprised that the quality is there. It's spot on. It's excellent. And the palette was $25. So for 5 shades, $25 for an indie brand. That's a great product. So they're on Instagram too at Strobe Cosmetics. They're vegan and cruelty free and made in California. So highly recommend. I will be purchasing the Freak Show palette as well. Something else I put on during the week, and I do love their products. This is NYX Liquid Suede, and it's in the shade Tea and Cookies. So it looks like a nudie pink shade, but for me, I put it on, and usually my process of getting ready in the morning, the last thing is the lips, of course. I will either put it on in the house or on my way to work, in line at Tea and Coffee Bean or Starbucks. So I happen to put this shade on, and I'll just swatch it here. So it's a pink, very much pink. So I applied it, and I just didn't like the look of it on me. I think it's because I have such warm tones, or maybe it was the makeup I had on that day, but it really did not flatter me at all. So I had this lipstick on, and literally when I was in the car waiting for my coffee, I pulled out my Sinful Cinnamon by Buxom and just put this over it. And so I would call this as a flop for me, and I think it's more the color than the formula. So just something that didn't work for me. I know I've heard a lot of people mention this NYX Liquid Suede and Tea and Cookies, but shade just did not work out for me. So that's that. And then finally I pulled out, since I've been trying out so many blushes, I wanted to kick it back old school and go to a blush that I know is near and dear to my heart and always works for me, which is Tarte. And Tarte has some of the best blushes ever, and this happened to be the Bling It On blush palette from this past Christmas holiday collection, so for 2015. So using these up, they last all day. You could apply it in the morning, it'll still be there when I get home at night, that you could still see the blush. So it's so refreshing to actually see blush on my face when I got home after trying some of the Wet n Wild blushes that just didn't work for me. So I don't think this palette's still available, but some of these shades are probably in their core line. I think, let me see, Smashing. I know Fetching is core. That's a great shade. I wore that a couple of times too. So that is it. In my makeup basket this week, when I stopped in Ulta, I picked up, they had an eyebrow pencil from Ulta. If you made a purchase of $20, you get one of their little bags. So I will eventually be trying this Slim Brow pencil. And it looks sort of like an Anastasia type pencil. It's a retractable pencil with a spoolie on the end. And I also picked up a compact banana powder for face, and got this little bag of goodies. And I was actually surprised to see this little eyeshadow palette in there. So that was kind of nice. Nice little freebie. So that's it this week. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.